What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as the current coin market cap and a few exchanges that I have been using. So yesterday's episode, we made a video basically discussing that the XRP Ripple 2020 price prediction is in, and pretty much discussing exactly where we're going to be moving to and where we're going to be, seeing these prices happen. But we're starting to see what could be a bull trap, a reversal in prices, and definitely some very interesting things to discuss specifically on the channel. As you guys know, if you've been watching the market, if you noticed this morning, we are actually starting to reverse a little bit lower on most of these cryptocurrencies, but it's definitely some very interesting things happening. We're starting to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, even XRP are actually starting to reverse lower. Not only that, but XRP has actually broken through an extremely strong support on its, on its current coin market cap, as well as on its charts. So I do want to discuss in depth what it is that's happening with the market right now and how we could actually capitalize off this, and basically giving you guys my thoughts as to where this market is going to be moving to. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help out the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you are new to the channel, or if you are new and you want to just reach out to me or DM me, you can do so on my Twitter. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, before we begin, I am doing a $200 USDT trading bonus on DueDEX, so definitely make sure to check it out. There is a link in the description. It is completely free to enter. You got to be in it to win it. It is completely free. Like I said, $200 USDT trading bonus link in the description. Definitely make sure to sign up. Completely free. Enter the raffle. Otherwise, moving on to today's video specifically, as you guys can see, yesterday we discussed the 2020 price prediction for XRP Ripple. You can see what exactly was referred to as we are starting to see a very interesting ascending triangle approach. Now, what's interesting is we may actually be seeing, or we're kind of hitting a bump in the road, and I want to discuss in depth actually how we could take advantage of this movement. So when you look at XRP right here, my first thought looking at this crypto is, yes, we're doing what we've discussed in the past. We actually broke through not only the moving averages right here, we actually are starting to see what could be a reversal in the moving average, as we're starting to see this green band right here actually cross over the red. This is a bearish cross, and it ultimately means we could be seeing a reversal happen right now. So that's something you guys have to consider. If a reversal happens in the moving average, there's a very high chance we're going to see the price drop and or drop fairly low in price and actually lower ourselves on the prices, and that's something you guys have to consider. But when you just focus in on XRP, a few things change and a few things differentiate itself. When you see the drop in price, this means one of two things. This means that A, we could ultimately be breaking bearish through the ascending triangle, and we will see a reversal in price. This is on the daily. If we extend out to the weekly, you can see we're actually breaking through this uptrend right here, and we may actually start to, fall, but could be as low as 18 cents on the coin. But we do have a few things we have to consider. So when you just look at XRP, you're only noticing what XRP is trading. You're not looking at the other altcoins and the other cryptocurrencies. So when you look at the current coin market cap, actually, the entire market is dropping. The entire market is dropping about 10% all in all. And this does mean that there are working in sync, that most of the other altcoins are having an effect with Bitcoin. So when you look at the other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, you're actually starting to see Bitcoin kind of reject and correct lower too. Now, here's the catch. Here's something that you guys have to consider. When you look at XRP, we've broken through a moving average and we're starting to fall lower. This may be, time to short the market. This may be time to buy and long if today's candle actually closes below the uptrend. But what's interesting is when you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin actually isn't really doing all that bad. When you look at Bitcoin, you're actually seeing the price of Bitcoin start to, come back down to its moving average. When we're actually retesting moving average, this is acting as a very strong support. This could ultimately mean that the way this coin is trading may mean that we're actually going to bounce off of support and reverse upwards. So we're definitely in a very interesting little pickle right now. You can see on the other altcoins like Litecoin is actually completely below, but it's now retesting oversold, so that may indicate a potential reversal. Just being that we're below the the resistance, we've broken below support right here, sorry, and we're actually starting to reverse lower. That's why I'm staying away from Litecoin and I'm focusing in on Bitcoin, XRP, and slightly on Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum are actually retesting its moving average. They've fallen below, yes, the support, but they've retested now this moving average and this support right here. This is a very strong support, and we could and it could be very likely that we bounce off the bottom and start to reverse upwards, and that's something you guys have to consider too. So we're definitely very hit or miss right now. We're definitely in a very, very interesting standpoint with the coin. If you just focused on XRP, you would clearly see, okay, Hayden, we broke below our support, and now it's time to be shorting the market. That's definitely a possibility, and some high-risk takers could take advantage of that. But then when you throw Bitcoin into the loop, you can see, well, Bitcoin, yes, it did start to reverse lower, but no, it didn't break its moving average. It actually fell to a bottom support here, and it actually held. It's holding support here. It retested that, and it's starting to reverse upwards. So that's something you have to consider too. So we're very, 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 we're in a very interesting time crunch right now. We have to watch the market and realize that we could go one of two ways. We could literally reject off of here and climb up higher on Bitcoin, which would ultimately move XRP up higher as well. So it's definitely a very interesting movement. I can't just jump in and say, okay, guys, get ready to short. We broke through support here. You very well could. And you guys could very well take advantage of that. It is a higher risk trade right now because Bitcoin is retesting its moving average, and it could just, swing right back upwards, or it could very easily retest here again and then start, falling through its moving average and heading lower. I do want to look at some, weekly charts just to give myself a few cents as to what exactly is happening right now. So we headed up, we hit this, we headed up higher, hit resistance, fell lower, and now we're starting to consolidate downwards. We don't look too bad. I mean, we could even have a bearish cross on the Bitcoin's weekly. So we're definitely hit or miss. We're in a very interesting time crunch right now on most of this market. I know that Bitcoin is hitting its moving average. You guys could really be considering setting up a short. This could obviously means setting up a stop loss, so that might be something to take advantage of. I linked Bityard in the description down below, so definitely make sure to sign up for that if you're interested in trading XRP. But here's where I stand. So you guys could take advantage of creating a stop loss on the coin, setting up XRP right now for a short. So we have 9 hours, almost 10 hours left, as you can see right here for XRP. This means that it does give us some time to kind of judge where this market is going to go. So with trading XRP, my position, obviously I'm going to share it on my Patreon, but my position holds that if we close today's candle below this uptrend right here, it may actually be time to short. Now, I'm also noticing that the S&P 500 is heading lower too. Now, I don't want to mention correlation doesn't always mean causation, but if we just reference, let's say we go back to January, January, February, March, and we look now at Bitcoin, what happened in January, February, March? Let's take a look. So let's, extend out a little bit right here. This is January, February, March. We have January right here, February, and then March. We collapsed in price. The S&P 500 did the same. These 3 months, we fell lower. The same thing happened with Bitcoin and all the other altcoins. So it may be another factor, and that's why I've pulled up the S&P 500. I've shorted out completely of the S&P 500. I've taken my money out of the S&P 500, out of my Roth IRA. I'm waiting to buy in on the potential correction all the way down lower. And with that knowledge, that means that probably the market is going to be heading in that way too. If S&P 500 starts to drop lower, it's going to ultimately lower the rest of the market as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see the altcoins and Bitcoin fall lower with the S&P 500 too. So I am going to set up a short on XRP. I'm going to take a smaller risk, it's a little higher risk than the normal trades that we've been watching. But I do believe it's time to set up a short for XRP. So with that, I have Bityard pulled up right now. You can see right here, we do have the option to trade XRP. And I do believe over the weekly, I'll go to the daily. We do have this uptrend. The uptrend is starting to break. You can even see we're testing what appears to be resistances right here. I'll have the moving average, the 20-day. We're hitting this and we're kind of collapsing lower. What's also interesting to note too is there is kind of a top on the coin too. It does look like we're hitting what what could be a resistance here. Let me draw this out for you guys. You can clearly see now that we're hitting top resistance, so that may be a reason to, collapse lower. This may be a descending triangle that could be forming as well. So there's definitely some very interesting movements. It really depends on how you want to draw this support right here. I mean, this could be a descending triangle. I'll draw this out. Let me just get a better trend line right here. Boom. So check this out now. Now we have, instead of the uptrend that we were looking at on the daily for XRP, now we have a descending triangle on XRP. You can see the top resistances. If I scale this out a little bit lower, I'll draw the trend line right here. Boom, we head down. It's a little bit different on XRP on TradingView, trading on Bitfinex, but when you look at Bityard right now, it's a clear downtrend. It's a clear downtrend. It's hitting resistance, and that's why it's kind of collapsing a little bit lower here. That's something to consider too. So that's why I'm really focused in on where exactly this coin is going to trade right now. If we're bottoming out at support right here, are we going to hold support and break lower, or are we going to reverse higher? So I'm really waiting right now on how exactly this coin is going to trade. Let me shorten the volume right now. You can see what it is that I'm referring to. There is a clear descending triangle forming here. We have 1, 2, 3 points of rejection. The support is holding. That is something to be said, but is it going to last? So obviously, when in doubt, if we break below support here now at 23 cents, if we close today's candle below this support right here, then I'm almost certain that we are going to be breaking lower, and then I would be buying in with a short. I'd selling off long right here. I'd sell the short, and I'd capitalize off the leverage trade with XRP. So get ready. Definitely make sure to check out my Patreon, as when I do decide to short XRP, I will be posting it in Patreon for that live update. So definitely make sure to sign up for that. Also, make sure to take advantage of the DueDEX giveaway that is linked in the description as well. Definitely make sure to check that out. Otherwise, guys, if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoTheOfficial, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.